The 2026 FA Cup final arrived with heavy expectations. Manchester City walked onto the Wembley pitch needing redemption. Having just lost out on the Premier League title to Arsenal, this match was their last chance to salvage a major domestic trophy. On the other side of the pitch, Chelsea carried a massive psychological burden. For nearly a decade, every trip to a domestic cup final had ended in heartbreak, leaving the club to reckon with 6 consecutive showpiece defeats. Looming over the entire fixture was Pep Guardiola. After 10 years of building an empire in Manchester, speculation was rampant that this might be his 24th and final Wembley appearance as City's manager. His counterpart was Callum McFarlane. Operating as a caretaker manager in only his 6th senior game, the Red Raw rookie faced the immense challenge of outthinking the most decorated tactician of his generation. The setup created a fascinating collision. A squad desperate to break a curse was standing directly in the path of a football dynasty built entirely upon relentless, mechanical precision. Guardiola opened the match by deploying an aggressive 4-2-4 formation. He placed Omar Marmoush high alongside Erling Haaland, intending to completely overwhelm Chelsea's defense in the opening minutes. But McFarland prepared a trap. This tactical map shows Chelsea's 3-4-2-1 shape shifting into a rigid flat-back 5. In the center, Colwill, James, and Caicedo form a dense blockade, perfectly cutting off City's passing lanes. The result was a grinding stalemate. Manchester City commanded 57% of the ball, routinely recycling possession, yet they failed to generate a single meaningful attacking penetration in the first half. That is the unique frustration of facing a perfectly executed low block. When a defensive structure perfectly mirrors and negates an offensive system, the tactical planning cancels out, leaving a void to be filled by pure, unscripted inspiration. As the clock ticked past an hour, the cerebral chess match deteriorated into a physical brawl. Chelsea relied on borderline defensive physicality to survive the onslaught. City's João Pedro found himself repeatedly battered in heavy, unpenalized clashes. Most notably, absorbing heavy shoulder charges from Abdulkadir Husanov found the tension forced mistakes. Early in the second half, a heavy touch from goalkeeper James Trafford gave Chelsea a corner, leading to a looping Moises Caicedo header that required a miraculous goal line clearance from Rodri to keep the match level. Up top, Erling Haaland was completely neutralized. Swarmed by defenders and starved of service, the league's most lethal striker spent 70 minutes unable to find a single yard of space inside the penalty box. By the 71st minute, the reality of the match was clear. Both tactical systems had entirely failed to manufacture a clean scoring opportunity. The outcome was now at the mercy of raw chance. Then, in the 72nd minute, an opening materialized. Bernardo Silva worked the ball up the right wing, finding Haaland with a rare chance to drill a low cross into the box. Look closely at the spatial geometry here. Antoine Semenyo drops into a tight pocket inside the penalty area. He is suffocated by Levi Colwill's man-marking, leaving him with absolutely no space and zero shooting angle. To make matters worse, Haaland's pass is imperfect. The ball arrives critically behind Semenyo's stride, forcing him out of his optimal striking zone and seemingly killing the offensive play entirely. What happens next requires immense physical coordination. Semenyo improvises, letting his instincts take over. He drags the ball behind his standing foot, using a blind, trailing leg flick to instantly redirect the pass into the far corner of the net. This specific, unpredictable movement is exactly what defeats a low block. You cannot draw up a trailing leg back heel on a tactical whiteboard. It bypasses the structure entirely through sheer, unplannable human instinct. Manchester City held that 1-0 lead until the final whistle, officially securing their 8th FA Cup victory. For Chelsea, it was an agonizing paradox. They had executed a virtually flawless defensive game plan, shutting down the best offense in England, yet they still suffered their 7th consecutive domestic cup final defeat. The match capped a remarkable ascent for Antoine Semenyo. 8 years after making his FA Cup debut for lower league Newport County, he stood on the Wembley pitch as the defining hero of the 2026 final. The win carried heavy historical weight. It marked Pep Guardiola's 17th major trophy at the club, a brilliant addition to his resume amid swirling uncertainty over whether he will stay in Manchester. In a modern era of football increasingly dominated by endless data sets, rigid formations, and algorithmic precision, this match offered a refreshing reminder. Even when the systems run perfectly, championships are still decided by the unpredictable magic of human instinct.